Now we'll move on swiftly to session 5. I'll give the stage back to Marota. Let's welcome him to the stage, please.
Thank you so much, Wordfella. The Mizo dance camp dancers were really good. But then I think I'm going to learn Taekwondo instead. After black coffee and watching that, I think I'm ready to kick some ass. I don't know if I might, but I'm really pumped up. That was really something to watch. Thank you, Taekwondoers, I don't know how they call it. So our next session, session 5, is the role of sports federation in raising Olympians. This is our last session for the day, and it's a panel discussion on the role of sports federation in raising Olympians. And we have wonderful panelists to discuss this important and engaging topic. Like we all know, or maybe we might not know, I'm not sure about that. So sports federations are committed to the development of athletes and support the development of sport for all programs and high-performance sport in the country. Sports federation bridges the relationship between the athlete and the government, which makes them the key instruments in the success of the athlete. They help in one, the talent identification, coaching and training, infrastructure development, and so on and so forth, to name a few. And now, let's move on to the panel discussion, and I would request the panelists to come to the stage as I call out your names. I think we should start from the moderator, if that's okay, because he'll be the one moderating in a bit, and it's his choice to sit this side or that side, so he can come out wherever. So his name is Ayon Sengupta. He's the editor of Sports Star. He was with the Hindu, the Indian Express, the Statesman, and he's located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Mr. Ayon Sengupta, you can tilt the chairs a bit if you'd like. Yes. And for most of the Mizo fans here, I think the next person I'm going to call out might not need any further introduction. Kalyan Chobe. He's the Joint Secretary, CEO, Indian Olympic Association, President, All India Football Federation, and Indian Goalkeeper of the Year at some point. Mr. Chobe, welcome to the stage. Second, we have Mr. Sadev Yadav. He's the President, Indian Weightlifting Federation, Vice President of the Commonwealth Weightlifting Federation 2022 to 2026. Next, we have Asit Kumar Saha. He's the Vice President, Wrestling Federation of India, Technical Official, Senior Asian Wrestling Championship, Commonwealth Games, Delhi 2017 coach, and Commonwealth Games, Gold Coast, Australia 2018. State champion from 1965 to 1973 in Orient style, freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling, Senior National Wrestling Championship, bronze medal 1969 and 1970 silver medal. That's a lot. And we have next Hemanta Kumar Kalita. He's the Secretary General, Boxing Federation of India, former national boxer, served as treasurer for 13 years in his state unit, Assam Amateur Boxing Association, and he was a former vice chairman of ASBC Youth Commission. And last but not least, we have Mr. Kamlesh Navichandra Mehta. He's an Olympian. He was the Secretary General of the Table Tennis Federation of India, National Observer for Table Tennis, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, March 2017. He's a retired table tennis player. He was the captain of the Indian team from 1982 to 1989. He represented India in 7 World Championships, 8 Asian Championships, 2 Asian Games, 4 South Asian Federation Games, 2 Olympic Games, and many other official and friendly competitions in India and abroad. So let's give a big hand for our panelists here. And I give the time to Mr. Ayon Sengupta.
Thank you so much. Let me first start by thanking the Mizoram Sports Council, as well as the Honorable Sports Minister, Mr. Hamar, the Honorable Chief Minister for organizing the Vision 2036 Mizoram Conclave. We have already had some illuminating conversations throughout the day, which I'm sure will help the state government to firm up a sports policy that will ensure many more Olympians come up from Mizoram in the coming years. I am privileged to host this panel with these illustrious gatekeepers of Indian sports. They are the men at the helm of the National Sports Federation and are the people responsible for the growth and the overall health of their sports. My first guest is an old friend. He wears multiple hats. An ace goalkeeper in his playing days, he is now the president of the All India Football Federation and also the joint secretary and the CEO of the Indian Olympic Association. Thank you, Kalyan, for being here. Next, we have Mr. Sahadev Singh. Mr. Singh is the president of the Indian Weightlifting Association and also the vice president of the Commonwealth Weightlifting Federation. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Mr. Shah is a former national level wrestler and is the present vice president of the Wrestling Federation of India. And Mr. Kalita, again a former boxer, is the secretary general of the Boxing Federation of India. Thank you so much for being here, sir. And my final panelist, of course, doesn't need any introduction. He is an 8-time national table tennis champion and also the present Table Tennis Federation of India Secretary General, Mr. Kamlesh Mehta. Thank you all of you for being here. I think. Huh?
He's also treasurer of Indian Olympic Association.
Yeah, Kalyan will do the honors.
सहदेव यादव जी प्रेसिडेंट वेटलिफ्टिंग के साथ साथ इंडियन ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन के ट्रेजरर भी है और बहुत मेहनती है, बहुत लंबे समय से स्पोर्ट्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में है. उनका अनुभव जो है, एक्सपीरियंस इंडियन ओलंपिक एसोसिएशन को बहुत लाभ पहुंचाता है.
Thank you so much, Kalyan. So, Mr. Mehta, since you're sitting right at the corner, I'll start with you. I mean, having been around in the federation for 18 months now, do you feel you were better off as a player and a coach than an office bearer?
First and foremost, thank you for inviting me. And I must congratulate the Mizoram government and the Sports Council for taking this initiative. Thank you very much. Your question is actually very simple to answer because if till now I have been a player, then a coach, a mentor, and now an administrator, I think the best part that I love and I still remember is being a player. That's where you just focus on what you have to do, what is your goal, where you are and what you want to achieve, and you are in your own frame. When you become a coach, you try to make a player do what you want and make him understand in your language, but he understands as different language altogether. And as an administrator, we are like our Mr. Chaube, we are goalkeepers. We are always looking where the missile is coming from.
So, Kalyan, taking from Mr. Mehta, I mean, what about you? I mean, which role would you prefer? I mean, you have been a player, you have obviously run your academy, you have been a businessman, and now you are the gatekeeper of Indian football. So do you think keeping for the national team was easier than keeping as the federation president?
How many of you don't understand Hindi? If I speak Hindi, I mean, how many of you will find difficult to understand me? All right. You see, life comes with experiences. More we grow, more we learn, more we make mistakes, and then we try to implement certain things. When you are a player, you are younger, comparatively younger, and you have control on your performance. You maintain your fitness, and then you go and perform. But when you are administrator, you administrated many things. You cannot control the performance of the players. You can motivate them, you can guide them. But it comes with long experience and larger responsibility. For an example, if you want to bring a policy or implement it, there are two ways. You can gather knowledge about that policy, or you can explain people why this policy is needed. One, you read it through textbook, read it through internet. More often we gather our knowledge through Google nowadays. Very fast and friendly. And also, the most traditional way of learning anything is by yourself. What you have learned through your life. So if you have learned certain things through your life, then you understand what are the advantages and challenges. And then you know what policy is required. Why it is need to be implemented. If I put it very simple way, not touching the sky. There's a time when I was player, the standard football ground was like, the goalpost area, there's no grass. Mostly if you play down south, Kerala, Goa, Maharashtra, there's no grass in the goalpost, 6 yards line. And you imagine the goalkeeper dive, and you want him to dive like an international standard, and you don't have that infrastructure of a soft surface. Country like ours, where having temperature between 35 to 40 degree during the summertime, humidity between 80 to 83% is very normal. But then also we have seen matches are at 4 p.m., 3:30, 2:45. And if you are an administrator sitting in air-conditioned VVIP box, and it is easy to comment, look how football is very slow and you cannot run. When you watch television, English Premier League so fast, and how our boys are playing? Because you are sitting in air condition and boys are playing in 83% humidity, 34 degrees Celsius. So when you have learned through your life, then it is easier to understand what is needed for that game. So you can understand the match should be under the floodlight. There should be a basic minimum. A humidity should not be there. So May, April, it is good to avoid football matches. Or maybe a ground should be greenery. So these are the small things. So when you ask me which one is easier, so I would say both are difficult. Nothing in this life is easy. But how your learning experience and how that experience you are implementing your day-to-day life or for this sport, that is most important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kalyan. Mr. Saha, if I could come to you. With the government providing funding these days and private bodies providing elite training facilities for athletes, आज के दिन में how do federations stay relevant? Federation का role क्या है आज के दिन में?
Thank you for asking this question. सबसे पहले तो मैं यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट को धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ कि मुझे यहाँ आने का मौका दिया. मैं बहुत दिन से सोचता था कि मुझे इस स्टेट में जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ का टैलेंट देखा है, जर्मनी को भी देखा है और नॉर्थ ईस्ट के और बच्चों को भी देखा है. तो मेरी बड़ी इच्छा थी कि मैं अपनी मन की बात यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट से करूँ कि कैसे इसको डेवलप करें. तो मैं आज आ गया हूँ, उसके लिए मैं आपका बहुत बहुत आभारी भी हूँ. तो जो आपका क्वेश्चन है कि फेडरेशन का रोल क्या है, फेडरेशन का रोल तो बहुत बड़ा रोल है. गवर्नमेंट ठीक है, फंडिंग सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट करती है, लेकिन वो फंडिंग फेडरेशन के लिए नहीं करती. वो खाली बच्चों के लिए, कैंप के लिए, कोचिज़ के लिए वो सारी फंडिंग होती है. बाकी तो फेडरेशन अपने आप इधर से उधर से कहीं से इकट्ठा करते हैं थोड़ा चलाने के लिए काम. तो फेडरेशन को कोई फंडिंग नहीं है. फंडिंग सिर्फ बच्चों के लिए है और जो भी पैसा है सारा ACTC का वो वहीं जाता है, बच्चों के खर्चे में जाता है. फेडरेशन को नहीं मिलता उसमें कुछ भी. तो ये है कि हम अपने आप उसको सब कुछ करते हैं. अब मैं वेट लिफ्टिंग एक बिल्कुल अलग गेम है. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि वेट लिफ्टिंग का टैलेंट ढूंढना ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. वेट लिफ्टिंग में अगर आपको 2036 ओलंपिक देखना है तो आज आपको 10 साल का बच्चा ढूंढना पड़ेगा. वो कौन ढूंढेगा? वो रोल है फेडरेशन का. फेडरेशन वहाँ काम करती है और हम काम कर रहे हैं उसके ऊपर. अभी हमने बिहार में भी टैलेंट सर्च किया है, यूपी में भी किया है, और उड़ीसा में काफ़ी बच्चों को हमने 10 साल के बच्चे 11 साल के बच्चों को हमने चूज़ किया है। उनकी ट्रेनिंग के बारे में हम सोच रहे हैं, पर अभी तक हमारे पास फंडिंग नहीं है। तो गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट करेगी तो उन बच्चों को फंडिंग कराएंगे, वो 2036 में काम आएंगे। सबसे ज़्यादा टैलेंट यहाँ पर है। मैंने कल एक ट्रेनिंग सेंटर में मैं गया था, मैं 2-3 बच्चे देखे थे छोटे छोटे, गजब के बच्चे थे। मुझे यहाँ जितने भी मैं बच्चों को देखता हूँ, मुझे सब में जर्मी दिखाई देता है, और ये फैक्ट भी है कि यहाँ टैलेंट बहुत है, परंतु उसको ढूंढना और उनको ट्रेनिंग कराना, उनको संवारना, ये बहुत ज़रूरी काम है। तो उसमें फेडरेशन स्टेट की हेल्प करेगी। हम अपने एक्सपर्ट यहाँ भेजेंगे, गांव-गांव में जाके छोटे बच्चों को ढूंढना है, 10 साल के बच्चों को, क्योंकि 10 साल का बच्चा ही जब तक होगा 22 साल का 36 तक, तो वही काम आएगा। जो आज बच्चा 15 साल का है वो उस ओलंपिक में काम नहीं आएगा, 36 में काम नहीं आएगा वो। तो 10 साल के बच्चों को ढूंढ के उनको ट्रेनिंग करानी, फिर उनके लिए कोचेज़। सबसे बड़ी समस्या है कोच की। तो मैं यहाँ देख रहा था, यहाँ 1-2 कोच हैं, तो कोच चाहिए हमें काफ़ी। हर गांव में जब तक कोच नहीं होगा तो गेम डेवलप कैसे होगा? कोच एंड इक्विपमेंट, तो ये तो गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को करना पड़ेगा। हमारी जितनी भी हेल्प होती है गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की हमें मिलती है, हम वो देते हैं आपको। अभी हमने तीन सेट यहाँ भेजे हैं, तो टोटल 80 सेट आए थे पूरे हिंदुस्तान में। सबसे ज़्यादा सेट इस स्टेट को दिए हैं, क्योंकि मुझे पता है टैलेंट है, और भी हम देंगे। लेकिन कोच डेवलपमेंट के लिए हमने अभी एक प्रोग्राम किया है, लेवल 1, 2 और 3। तो लेवल 1 जो कोर्स है, वो लेवल 1 कोर्स हमने कोच एजुकेटर बुलाया है बाहर से, इजिप्ट से आया, बहुत क्वालिफाइड है। वो 15 डेज का कोर्स होगा, और वो बेसिक कोर्स है। बेसिक कोर्स में कोई भी आके उसको कर सकता है, उसके लिए कोई क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं है। वो आके सिर्फ ये सीखेगा कि रॉड को कैसे पकड़ना है और कैसे उसका पुल पाथ जाना है। तो अगर वो ही गलत हो गया तो वो लिफ्टर आगे लिफ्टिंग नहीं कर पाएगा। तो इसीलिए पहला यही काम करेंगे कि कोच एजुकेटर को हम भेजेंगे, और आपके स्टेट में हम कोर्स कराएंगे। आपके स्टेट में क्या नॉर्थ ईस्ट का एक साथ इकट्ठा करके भी कर सकते हैं, या आपके यहाँ ज़्यादा बच्चे होंगे तो उसमें भी करवा सकते हैं। तो उसमें हम आपकी हेल्प करेंगे। फिर टैलेंट सर्च करने के लिए मैं अपना एक्सपर्ट भेजेंगे, हम आपके साथ मिलके हम बच्चों को छांटेंगे। अब आपको मैं बताता हूँ चाइना हमसे आगे क्यों है। ऐसी बात नहीं है कि हमारा कोई डीएनए कमज़ोर है चाइना से, या हम टैलेंट कमज़ोर है, नहीं, हम उनसे बहुत मजबूत हैं, पर हमारी पॉलिसियाँ और हमारा जो सिस्टम है वो गलत है। चाइना में टैलेंट, मैंने बड़ा स्टडी किया है, चाइना में विजिट भी किया है। चाइना में हर साल वो क्या करते हैं, 1000 बच्चों को एक सेंटर में रखते हैं। 1000 छोटे बच्चे 10 ईयर ओल्ड, फिर उनको वो ट्रेनिंग नहीं कराते, उनको खाली जिम्नास्टिक, स्विमिंग, रनिंग और थोड़ा जिम ये कराते हैं। फिर 6 महीने के बाद एक एक्सपर्ट कमेटी बैठती है, वो देखती है कि ये लिफ्टिंग के काबिल हैं कि नहीं है, तो उसमें से 50% बच्चों को निकाल देते हैं। तो 500 बच्चे बचे, फिर उनकी थोड़ी थोड़ी टेक्निक शुरू करते हैं। 11 साल का जब होगा तो वो उसको टेक्निक हो जाएगी, तो टेक्निक को वो सारा मॉनिटरिंग करते हैं कि उसका सिस्टम क्या है, उसकी ग्रिप अच्छी है। कई बच्चों के लोअर पोर्शन जो ये छोटा होता है, कई बच्चों का अपर लंबा होता है, ये भी देखना है कि सिटिंग के टाइम कई बच्चों के हिप ज़मीन से टच हो जाते हैं तो लिफ्टिंग में वो फाउल हो जाएगा। कई बच्चों को रॉड नहीं पकड़ पाते, उसका अंगूठा छोटा होता है तो वो लिफ्टिंग नहीं कर पाएगा। ये सब चीज़ देखेंगे, फिर वो उन 500 में से भी 50% को निकाल लेते हैं। अब 250 बचे जो असली बच्चे हैं, उनको वो ट्रेनिंग कराते हैं, उनकी डाइट, फिजियो, डॉक्टर, पढ़ाई जो भी करते हैं, तब उसमें से ओलंपिक में बच्चे निकलते हैं। ये उनका सिस्टम है। हमने यहाँ पूरी कोशिश करते हैं हम भी कि हम ऐसा करें, पर ऐसा तभी होगा जब स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट दोनों फेडरेशन की बात सुने और हमें फाइनेंशियली उसके लिए पैसा भी दें, मतलब करने के लिए बेशक खर्चा गवर्नमेंट करे, लेकिन जैसे हम बताएं कि उसको ये करना है, डाइट देना है या ये करना है, फिजियो चाहिए तो उसको आइस भी चाहिए, ट्रेनिंग सेंटर जहाँ है वहाँ आइस भी ज़रूर चाहिए, चोट लगती है बच्चे को, वेट लिफ्टिंग पावर गेम है, तो जब चोट लगेगी तो उसी टाइम उसको आइस चाहिए। अगर आपने एक हफ्ता छोड़ दिया, आइसिंग नहीं किया डॉक्टर के लिए, तो वो फिर 20 दिन में ठीक होगा। उसी टाइम आइसिंग करेंगे तो वो 5 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा। तो ये सब चीज़ें वेट लिफ्टिंग के लिए सोचनी पड़ेगी। वेट लिफ्टिंग बाकी हर गेम से अलग है। अब मैं आपको बताता हूँ, जैसे फुटबॉल है, एक हर स्कूल में ग्राउंड है, एक फुटबॉल लिया, खेलना शुरू कर दिया। क्रिकेट में भी वो ईंटें खड़ी करके शुरुआत कर देते हैं, लेकिन वेट लिफ्टिंग के लिए आपको इंडोर हॉल चाहिए, इक्विपमेंट चाहिए, प्लेटफॉर्म और एक सेट चाहिए। एक सेट लाखों रुपए का है, प्लेटफॉर्म भी है। ये सब चीज़ नहीं होगी, उसके बाद क्वालिफाइड कोच जब वो मिलेगा तब हम मुकाबला करेंगे चाइना का। हमारे पास सिर्फ एक मीराबाई है, उनके पास उस कैटेगरी में 6 मीराबाई हैं। और किसको खिलाते हैं? 6 ऑलरेडी हैं उसी लेवल के, हर कैटेगरी में। टोटल 3 लड़कियां खेलेंगी चाइना की, 3 लड़के, 6 के 6 गोल्ड मेडल चाइना के आएंगे। हम एक मीरा को लेकर लड़ रहे हैं। तो हम भी कोशिश करें कि हमारे पास भी यहाँ से 5-7 जर्मी मिलें, तो ढूंढेंगे तो मिलेंगे ना। हमारी कोशिश पूरी है, हम बिल्कुल तैयार हैं, हर तरह से तैयार हैं, हम ये काम करेंगे। तो तब हम उनको, चाइना ने ओलंपिक किया तो 100 मेडल लिए, हम 36 में सोच रहे हैं अगर यही चाल चलती रही, भेड़ चाल, तो हमारे 15 मेडल नहीं आने। फिर हमें कम से कम 50-60 मेडल तो आने चाहिए।
बिल्कुल।
तो ये मेरी सोच है।
थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू।
सो मिस्टर साहब, ये पिछले 10-15 साल से फेडरेशन का रोल बदल गया है क्या? पहले जो था, आपके टाइम में 10-15 साल में फेडरेशन का रोल बदला है क्या?
यस, फेडरेशन का रोल काफ़ी बदला है।
नहीं,
काफ़ी बदला है फेडरेशन का रोल। पहले, मैं 20 साल से हूँ फेडरेशन में, पहले कोई इतना मतलब नहीं रखते थे कि मेडल आए ना आए ओलंपिक में, उनकी दुकानदारी चलती रहनी चाहिए। अब ये नहीं है ऐसा, गवर्नमेंट भी कंट्रोल करती है और गवर्नमेंट भी हर 2-3 महीने में मीटिंग भी करती है, वो परफॉर्मेंस भी पूछती है, वो टोटल हर चीज़ पूछती है फेडरेशन से कि आपने क्या किया है, आपने कोचिंग कोर्स कितने किए हैं, आपने टेक्निकल ऑफिशियल कितने बनाए हैं, आपने, वो एक एक चीज़ गवर्नमेंट पूछती है। तो ये पहले नहीं होता था, ये पिछले कुछ 4-5 साल से ये बहुत चेंजेज हुआ है।
अच्छा।
यस।
मिस्टर साहब, आपको भी एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए तो बीएफआई में क्या चेंज, बदलाव आए है लास्ट 10-15 साल में?
बदलाव तो बहुत आए। हम लोग का टाइम में जो रेसलिंग का जो सिस्टम था, अभी 100% बदल हो गया। चेंजेस प्लेयर्स में हो गया। अभी गेम बहुत फास्ट हो गया। आप जानते हैं, एवरीबॉडी नोज दैट रेसलिंग इज सच ए गेम। ओलंपिक से सबसे ज़्यादा मेडल अभी भी रेसलिंग लेके आए हैं, और हम लोग को उम्मीद है आगे वाले पेरिस में भी रेसलिंग लेडीज़ एंड एक मेन जो क्वालिफाई किया, हम लोग को उम्मीद है कम से कम 2 मेडल इस बार भी ओलंपिक के आना है। तभी द चेंजेस जो आप बात करते हैं, अभी जो मैट है, मैट का एरिया चेंज हो गया। अभी जो पॉइंट का सिस्टम है वो चेंज हो गया। जैसा अगर एक लड़का स्कोर 10, हम लोग का ड्यूरेशन इज ओनली 6 मिनट्स। अगर 10 पॉइंट और 10 सेकंड में स्कोर कर ले, द बाउट विल बी स्टॉप देयर एंड ही विल बी डिक्लेयर्ड विनर। तो आगे ऐसा नहीं था, अप टू 6 मिनट तक कुश्ती होता था, देन दैट विल बी डिक्लेयर्ड बाय पॉइंट्स और बाय फॉल। तो उसमें चेंज हो गया, ट्रेनिंग सिस्टम पूरा चेंज हो गया। गेम इतना फास्ट है, हम लोग तो इमेजिन ही नहीं कर सकता है जे हाउ टू काउंटर अटैक। अगर कोई अटैक करे आप कैसे काउंटर अटैक करेंगे। फिर डिफेंस, जो डिफेंस है उसको सीखना है। जैसा हम हर टाइम में बोलते हैं, जो हिली एरिया है जैसा मिजोरम, इसका एक प्लस पॉइंट है। देयर आर 2 पार्ट्स, वन इज अपर पार्ट, वन इज लोअर पार्ट। तो लोअर पार्ट क्या होता है, हिली एरिया में जो लोग रहते हैं वो लोग इतना हिल में अप डाउन करते हैं, ऑटोमेटिकली दे आर स्ट्रॉन्ग इन द लोअर पोर्शन। एक वो लोग का प्लस पॉइंट है। तो अगर इस एरिया में हम लोग टैलेंट ठीक से निकाले, मुझे लगता है इंडिया के लिए रेसलिंग और बहुत आगे जाएंगे।
Thank you so much, Mr. Saha. Mr. Kalitha, coming to you, obviously the BFI is conducting several age group competitions, but are you also doing something to tap talent from southern, western regions and especially the northeast regions of the country?
Thank you. Respected Sports Minister Mizoram and my state Sports Minister Garusa ma'am and our distinguished guests here. I want to express my ideas what we are doing about talent hunt system for Northeast and all over India. The Northeast produce stars like Mary Kom, like Lovelina, and inspiring many. We are also seeing athletes from the tribal areas emerging, showing our inclusive approach and the potential across the countries. With the support of Rural Electrification Corporation, REC, BFI is organized talent hunt across the country. The Northeast zone has shown exceptional result, and we have selected more outstanding boxers who will be given opportunity to compete different level, even national level, international level also. Developing international standard sports infrastructure. We are committed to building state-of-the-art facilities with government support. Alongside physical infrastructure, we are focusing on sports science by establishing centers and high-performance facilities nationwide to prepare athletes for international competition. Additionally, under the Rural Electrification Limited project, we have provided assistance to several local boxing academies, boxing clubs, especially for the Northeast. This includes equipment, support, and financial assistance also. The Boxing Federation of India has joined hands with Meghalaya State Government to plan and develop new boxing infrastructure. This initiative will promote the growth of boxing in the state, and BFI also intend to organize national championship and international championship in Meghalaya with the help of government of Meghalaya. And building sustainable sports programs. Our sustainable sports programs such as REC Talent Hunt have given launch in the Northeast to promote the development of boxing. This program is specially aimed at grassroots talent and supporting local boxing academies. Additionally, BFI plans to introduce REC Fight Night. This is an interesting event. We are also developing a long-term athlete development plan targeting 2032-2036 Olympics, ensuring athletes receive the necessary training and support from grassroots to elite levels. The Boxing Federation in the process of organizing fight nights, where 2 local boxing clubs will compete against each other. These events will be provided several advantages, such as promoting local talent, increasing public interest in boxing also. Offering athletes more opportunity to gain competitive experience by hosting these events, the Federation aims to strengthen the sports at grassroots level and build stronger community around boxing. Enhancing athlete support systems. To enhance support, we are bringing in experienced foreign coaches and assembling a world-class sports science team, including strength and conditioning expert, physiotherapists, doctors, psychologists, and physiologists. This multidisciplinary approach ensures comprehensive care and support our athlete. The Boxing Federation of India ensures that integrating sports and education is essential not only for the boxers but also for the coaches. Last year, BFI organized learning session for coaches and others members, including psychology and strength and conditioning sessions. Additionally, International Boxing Association star coaches also introduced. Now, India boasts the highest level of star coaches and referee judges also. To provide exposure our boxer across the categories, we organize multinational training camps in India with participation from countries like the boxing powerful countries like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Russia, the Philippines, the Great Britain. Furthermore, international training camps are arranged outside the nations to offer the best support to boxers. In the past year, we have organized training camps in Uzbekistan, China, Montenegro, Italy, and other countries. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Kalyan, if I ask you to for a moment wear your hat as the Indian Football Association President, I know you guys have done wonderful work with women football, with the Women's League and all of that. But what work can the Federation do with the state federation to start Women's League in a place like Mizoram where the Super League for the men is already very, very popular?
It's a very good question, Ayon. I mean, Honorable Ports Minister of State, Mr. Tete Hama, who is also my colleague in Football Federation. He is also recently elected as a president of Mizoram Football Association. You see, I think nearly last 8-10 years, Mizoram has shown the football is very much within boys here. We have seen several players who has played well in national level club championship or national team. What Mr. Saha was saying, that when you do wrestling and these boys who are born and raised in hilly areas, it is natural that their lower portion is stronger compared to the boys born in the plain areas, and which help in every sport when you have a lower strong thigh and calf muscle. What are the challenges? Challenges are there, infrastructures are not there, some of the areas, but Mizoram has, while you are coming here, I saw a very good AstroTurf football field over there. Now, if boys can play well, why can't girls? Why can't women? It is all about identifying the talent at right time. Mr. Shahidji said, to make any weightlifter, you need to identify at the age of 10. It's similar for football or any other sport. You have to identify as young as possible. So once the talent is identified and proper training is given to them, I think that individual can become a very successful athlete, footballer or any other sport. I can see Siva Keshavan is here having several Olympic participation. So if we can target with this enthuse, what government of Mizoram has shown, that hosting a conclave aiming for 2036 Olympic and inviting all the federation representative, they either have own Olympic medal or they will be winning medal, right from the table tennis, wrestling, weightlifting, boxing. And women football is also an area where the Indian team is higher rank compared to men football. So if we can focus here, let's say we focus in Mizoram or maybe we focus in Northeast and taking some of the state participation. Assam is there being a bigger state, Mizoram is there, and Manipur. Manipur is having 24% of national player participation for Indian national team. We cannot ignore Manipur. So, and also Manipur has produced several Olympians. So let's say Manipur, Mizoram, Assam, they come together and then they say we focus for the women football. And what we require a basic football turf and the coaches. Football Federation can provide or support you to educate your homegrown ex-players who can become the coaches. Government of the state can provide you a gymnasium, swimming pool, other infrastructure. And the sports council and the state association can identify the talent from the school or the areas. So if these three, can be interlinked to each other, national federation, government of the state, state association, and the Ministry of Education, if all of them are in same circle, then I believe identifying talent and grooming the talent, providing infrastructure, creating competition should not be a problem.
Thank you. I mean, that's wonderful to hear, and I hope Tetea will take it up and we'll have a women's league here very soon. Mr. Mehta, coming to you, most individual disciplines, including table tennis, are usually operated through player parents' money generated primarily through entry fees. Your competitions, that's why the TTFI has also allowed open participation in nationals, right? So does it compromise on the quality of these tournaments? And why can't the TTFI or the hosting units raise enough money to lower the burden on parents and players?
First thing is that the role of the federation is to ensure that you provide a platform to whoever is your registered player or who wants to take up to your game. And when we say federation, it doesn't only mean the federation at the helm. The federation is, the arms and legs are basically the district, then the state. So these are the basically one which are in touch with the grassroots level. There are many district players who play only at district level. They don't even want to play at state level. And similarly, there are many state players who don't play more than the state level. They are happy with it. And very few go ahead to the national level. Now, from the federation point of view, table tennis has got some advantages to some other sport as well. That the basic requirement to start just playing leisure and fun table tennis may not be very expensive. But when you go at the highest level, it is as expensive or as physically demanding than any other sport. So when we were thinking about how do we increase the number of players playing, because you see, we talk about quality, fine, but you need a grassroots base which should be bigger. And we felt that if we are in a position, because with the given infrastructure, are we able to accommodate more players who can come and play at the national level? And the earlier you play, the better it is. So just to explain to you that we have about 6 age categories which we have in every national ranking tournament, starting from under 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 and the seniors. The earlier the player is able to be given the exposure at the higher level, his vision enhances. Similarly, we did this for the international tournament also. So when you go to the international tournament at a very young age, there is a vision that, I want to play in this level, in this environment. I need to do X, Y, Z. Sometimes you go in, first time you go, you don't do well. But you get that opportunity to watch so many of the players coming from so many different states, variety of game, and they are already champions. So watching them, because this is one thing that I learned at a very early age, and I got my first advice from my seniors in my club that time. So they used to, one advice, that is Katie Chargman, she gave me, that if you want to improve, the best way is watch and improve. You watch the players who are better than you, you watch them, the more you watch them, the more you can imbibe something good from them. Hence we opened it up. Yes, finance is always one of the reasons. Why do you need that finance? Yes, table tennis is still not a very sponsorship oriented sport. We have sponsorship, 10 years contract that we had with Ultimate Table Tennis, where they're not only organizing this international unique league, but they are also supporting the federation in all the national ranking championship and national rankings. So this has become a very big boost for us. Why? Because then we can provide little better facilities to the players, to the umpires, and to the organizers. We give a little bit of support so that they can think of adding something new to organization, which is always good for the sport. So basically, it's definitely finance, as you say. And another role of federation is to keep generating more and more sponsorship. Now, to get sponsorship for any sport, you need stars and heroes. So if you see, table tennis has always been a popular sport. Maybe if you ask out here, over here how many have played table tennis, they would have at least played table tennis sometime or the other. Maybe at the recreation, you go to a holiday, then you have a hand. So it's not a new sport. But still, it may be a good leisure sport or this sport. But as far as commerce is concerned, it is still in a nascent stage. And here we need hand holding. And in any sport, like Commander Varun said, that one Neeraj made a difference. Similarly, in table tennis, the change has come over a number of years. We did have players, but in 2018, when Manika Batra did excellent performance in Commonwealth Games, similarly continued in 2022 by Sharat Kamal, and recently, if you see in the World Championship, that our women's team almost but beat Chinese women team in the World Championship first match. So these are the kind of performances are actually going to open more and more doors for not only the federation events, but also to the players. Right now, if you go to see many of the top players in table tennis, they have got equipment sponsors. They also have now, many of NGOs have come forward, like we have here Reliance, then Tata's, Go Sports, Lakshya, OGQ, and these are actually giving and putting in that those important, filling up the important gaps that is required for enhanced performance.
Thank you. Saidev ji, when Kamlesh sir was also talking about finances and all that, weightlifting में तो already एक champion है मीरा, लेकिन एक फेडरेशन को सेल्फ सफिशिएंट होने के लिए टू नॉट डिपेंड ऑन गवर्नमेंट फंडिंग क्या करना चाहिए? इज इट पॉसिबल इन इंडिया जो कॉर्पोरेट फंडिंग से फेडरेशन चल सकता है, गवर्नमेंट से पैसा नहीं चाहिए?
बिल्कुल, पैसा तो जो हमारा ट्रेनिंग के लिए तो पैसा काफ़ी मिलता है गवर्नमेंट से, लेकिन जो बाकी डेवलपमेंट के लिए वो पैसा चाहिए कॉर्पोरेट से मिले, या अभी शुरू हो रहा है, मैंने सुना है कि शुरू हो रहा है। जैसे अभी हमें इक्विपमेंट मिला है तो वो किसी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी नहीं दिया है, वो हमने सबको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया इंडिया में, लेकिन ये टैलेंट को ढूंढने के लिए और उनको ट्रेनिंग कराने के लिए वो सब हमने बना के गवर्नमेंट को दिया है। अगर वो उस पर अमल करेंगे तो हम सक्सेस होंगे, नहीं तो इतना पैसा नहीं आएगा तो फिर हम पीछे चलेंगे, हम कहाँ से लाएंगे पैसा? क्योंकि फेडरेशन को वेट लिफ्टिंग में कोई भी स्पॉन्सर नहीं मिला। मीराबाई का मेडल आया सिल्वर, एक भी स्पॉन्सर वेट लिफ्टिंग फेडरेशन को नहीं मिला, और बाकी गेम को मिलते हैं। वेट लिफ्टिंग को देखने भी कोई नहीं आता। कॉमनवेल्थ गेम जब हुआ था तो वेट लिफ्टिंग का हॉल खाली होता था, मैं टिकट लेके और नोएडा में इधर उधर फ्री में बांटता था लोगों को कि यार जाओ जरा देखो तो सही, और बाकी गेम में टिकट मिलते भी नहीं थे, ब्लैक में मिलते थे। तो ये हमारे गेम में बहुत बड़ी समस्या है। तो जब कोई ऑडियंस ही नहीं आएगा तो स्पॉन्सर कहाँ से आएगा? स्पॉन्सर कहेगा कि आपकी इवेंट हो रही है, उसको देखने वाला कोई है नहीं, तो मैं पैसा खर्च क्यों करूँ? सबसे बड़ी समस्या वेट लिफ्टिंग में ये है। कभी भी यहाँ नहीं, वर्ल्ड चैम्पियनशिप में भी जाएंगे वहाँ भी नहीं ऑडियंस मिलेंगे आपको, वो खाली बस जो बच्चे हैं, जो टीम है वही लोग होते हैं, नहीं तो कोई नहीं आता देखने। मैंने कभी नहीं देखा। बस ओलंपिक में तो होता है भीड़ कि भाई फुल होता है, वहाँ तो नहीं मिलता है, एशियन गेम्स में भी, लेकिन बाकी वर्ल्ड चैम्पियनशिप, एशियन गेम्स, कॉमनवेल्थ चैम्पियनशिप, इनमें कभी नहीं देखा मैंने। तो ये समस्या तो रहेगी। तो लेकिन अभी कुछ सुना है मैंने कि उसको हमसे बजट मांगा है, तो हमने पूरा बजट बना के दिया है कि हम कैसे कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करें टैलेंट को, उनको ट्रेनिंग कराएं, उनके लिए कोचेज़ मुहैया कराएं, उनके लिए इक्विपमेंट, फिजियो सब चीज़ करें। वो चल रहा है, हो सकता है 1-2 महीने में वो सब दूर हो जाएगा।
थैंक यू। औशित बाबू, wrestling suffered a lot due to the unprecedented situation last year. And the big losers were young wrestlers, जो junior wrestlers थे. तो अभी federation क्या steps ले रहा है to get all the junior events back on track so that junior wrestlers का future secured है?
Yes, माने UWW have given some dictum to the WFI, and we are maintaining all the system. Otherwise, UWW will again ban the WFI. So now everything is okay. All the competition is started in the national and other sector. Now the last week we have done the trial match. Under 17 and under 20 will go to Bangkok for the Asian Championship. Now WFI are moving fast. That the 2 years have been went very wrong. We are trying too hard that can be regained, and the wrestling will go in the same process to earn medal in the international event. That is going on.
Mr. Kalita, coming to you, अभी ये प्रवीण हुडा के साथ जो हुआ वो बहुत ही disappointing था. So इस chapter से what are the lessons federation ने learn किया, and how will you stop something like that in happening in the future? प्रवीण हुडा के साथ जो. Want me to repeat? Yeah. No, what I'm asking you is the Parveen Huda case was very disappointing, where she got the Olympic quota and now she has lost it. What are the lessons learned by the federation from that, and how will you stop something of that happening in the future?
Yeah. Recently we have issues in one boxer for Olympic quota, she lost. But it is a basic responsibility for her basic coaches. So we have several times informed the basic coach regarding the issues, but unfortunately he ignored. So she lost the quota, but we requested Olympic Boxing Preparation Committee for another quota that they obviously give us chance, and we have finally earned a quota in Bangkok. So we are very careful about that. In future, it should not be happen again. Yeah.
Thank you. Kamlesh sir, I mean, you have been a player, now you're an administrator, and as you were saying, table tennis is one of the most rising sports in India. But if you look at Indian sport, I mean, if you keep aside cricket, which has a CEO running it, and then hockey for a long time had a CEO, why doesn't Indian Sports Federation have CEOs running or professionals running the federations?
Yes, you're right. We need to learn from the sports federation which are doing better, and in fact the move about having CEO has also been mooted by the Sports Authority of India and the Ministry of Youth Affairs. But obviously it is going to take some time because it is the process which is followed. And yes, we should have more and more young and professional people coming into administration, because as we already see, there's a sea change in the way things are being handled, right? During my time, we had international tournaments. We used to play maybe 2 to 3 international tournaments a year. Now, the international body is conducting anywhere around 30 tournaments in the seniors and 30 in almost equal number in the youth categories as well. And more players are playing in more and more number of tournaments, because it is very much mandatory for them to play in certain number of tournaments, and that also impacts their ranking, which in turns also impact their qualification in all these multi-sport events, which are the, like the connoisseur of everyone's eye when it comes to, though World Championship might be more important, but as far as the country is concerned or the audience is concerned, it's this multi-sport events are very, very important. So things are changing, not only as far as organization is concerned, but also the attitude of the players. Here I must say there are a lot of good changes that's happening. Few years back, sports science was only known, heard about, or even very few people or very few athletes were actually having the access. Like if you want a psychologist, it was so difficult. In fact, it was a myth कि तुम psychologist के पास जा रहे हो, तुम्हारा क्या भेजे में कुछ खराबी है क्या? But that things have changed now. Now you see that ki even a child in table tennis, we have observed that 13-year-old player, their parents are very wanting to use sports science, which is a great development. But yes, there are plus points and minus points of players getting so early exposure and so many parents getting involved. The plus point is that yes, they are getting good support, family support, as we have in one of this topic was there. If a player has to become a champion, the first and the most strongest and the consistent support that he must have, or a good environment, is the family, because that is where he spends most of his time. And definitely family makes a very important, so decision of a sportsman to go into sports also depends on the family, because normally a champion, if he has to become an Olympic champion, his journey starts at the age of 10, and at that age it's the parents who take the call. So definitely we should focus on parent education so that they more and more children take up to sport early. But having such professional people also will only make it better. But it's not that ki others don't do it. Like for in table tennis right now, one of the few things that we were able to implement in this short time, about 30 events we conducted in 18 months. So because giving platform is the very first objective of the federation. If I give a platform, many players will utilize that platform, and that platform will be the biggest platform for us to talent identification. That's number one. Number two, we made the draw open. So now today, when a parent puts a child into a sport, and he's always worried whether my child will get a fair opportunity, or he'll be manipulated, his draw will not be as fair as it is. So in table tennis, we have totally 100% open draw. You can sit anywhere in the corner of the world and you can follow the draw. So there's no way anyone can even question. So like about 30 events we have conducted and not a single complaint about the draw, which is the fact that that transparency also inspires confidence in others. So definitely taking help of the experts, like especially in the field of marketing, PR, and all this, and legal. These are the three particular aspects which every federation faces. It is where I think we should have an open mind to use the services of experts.
Sahdev ji, Kamlesh sir bhi bol rahe the in terms of giving a platform for the youngsters. Northeast के बच्चे, it's very difficult for them to go play sub-juniors and juniors क्योंकि यहाँ का transport network difficult है, logistics difficult है. So what, are there any ideas behind the federation to bring the sub-junior and junior tournaments to this part of the country so it becomes a little easier for athletes from the region to participate in those?
नहीं, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का मैं पहले भी बोल चुका हूँ कि टैलेंट तो बहुत है. अब तक जो भी मेडल आए हैं हमारे, मीराबाई के दोनों मेडल, जर्मनी का यूथ ओलंपिक में गोल्ड मेडल, और भी काफ़ी बच्चे हैं, सोनिया चानू, काफ़ी बच्चे कॉमनवेल्थ में मेडल भी आए हैं. तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट से तो बहुत उम्मीद भी है हमें, और ख़ास तौर से जूनियर और यूथ. तो जूनियर यूथ में एक तो हमें एज फ्रॉड रोकना पड़ेगा. सबसे बड़ी बीमारी है एज फ्रॉड. बाकी सब चीज़ें हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, पर एज फ्रॉड को कंट्रोल करना, वो भाई मैं तो उसमें थक चुका हूँ. पहले वेट लिफ्टिंग में 70% बच्चे एज फ्रॉड में थे. अब बहुत सख्ती की है, तो अभी भी थोड़े बहुत हैं. कितना बड़ा नुकसान है एज फ्रॉड का, मैं आपको समझाता हूँ आज. देखिए, कोई बच्चा, यूथ का बच्चा, 14 साल का बच्चा खेल रहा है, और उसी कैटेगरी में एक बच्चा खेल रहा है, वो भी अपनी एज 14 साल करा के ले आया और उसकी उम्र है 16 साल, तो वो उसको कहाँ जीतने देगा? तो जब तक वो जूनियर तक जाएगा, वो छोटा बच्चा उसके पीछे पीछे रहेगा, उसको मेडल नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि वो एज फ्रॉड करके आया है. तो जब वो बच्चा सीनियर में जाएगा, वहाँ उसका मेडल नहीं आएगा. क्यों? कि उसकी एज पूरी हो गई. लिफ्टिंग की एक एज है, लिफ्टिंग की एज उसकी पूरी हो गई तो फिर उसको मेडल नहीं मिलेगा। लेकिन वो सबसे बड़ा नुकसान हुआ जो यूथ का बच्चा छोड़ गया, वो नुकसान हमें है, वो गेम छोड़ गया क्योंकि उसे दिख रहा है कि मुझे 5 साल हो गए मुझे मेडल नहीं मिल रहा, क्योंकि वो लड़के तकड़े हैं। उसे ये नहीं पता कि वो लड़के उन्होंने बेईमानी की हुई है। तो उसको रोकने के लिए हमने अब अपनी वेबसाइट बनाई है। जो भी बच्चा एंटर करेगा, देखिए कोई भी बच्चा स्टेट अगर खेलेगा, स्टेट में या डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, एक दिन में तो नहीं खेल सकता, कम से कम 2 साल की ट्रेनिंग होगी। तो उसके कोच को चाहिए कि जब भी वो वेट लिफ्टिंग में आए हमारी वेबसाइट पे जाए और उसकी एज का सर्टिफिकेट बनवा ले, कार्ड बन जाएगा हमारे यहाँ से, फिर वो एज फ्रॉड नहीं कर सकता। 25-30 केस मैंने ऐसे पकड़े हैं जिन्होंने हाई स्कूल का एग्जाम दोबारा दिया है। मेरे पास आते हैं ऐसे केस, उनके दोस्त कंप्लेंट कर देते हैं कि साहब इसने तो मेरे साथ हाई स्कूल किया था, ये अब दोबारा फिर हाई स्कूल कर रहा है, 3 साल कम करके हाई स्कूल कर लिया फिर दोबारा। ये इंडिया में हो सकता है। तो उसको रोकने, गेम को बढ़ाने के लिए हमें सबको रोकना पड़ेगा और उनके पेरेंट्स को, कोचेज़ को, डिस्ट्रिक्ट यूनिट, स्टेट यूनिट, इन सबको बहुत ध्यान देना पड़ेगा इसको रोकने के लिए। नेशनल फेडरेशन तो दिल्ली में बैठा है, उसके लिए रोकना बहुत मुश्किल है, हर जगह जाना, लेकिन सब कोऑपरेट करेंगे तो ये हमारा जो यूथ का जो बच्चे हैं ये ही आगे आएंगे और यही सब कुछ करेंगे। अभी हमने एक चीज़ देखी है कि जितने यूथ में अभी मेडल आए हैं यूथ वर्ल्ड में, आप देखिए यूथ वर्ल्ड के मेडल देख लीजिए, उनमें से 0.05% बच्चे आगे जाते हैं ओलंपिक में या वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में, सीनियर में। क्यों? ये रीज़न यही है कि उन्होंने एज फ्रॉड किया हुआ है। जब वहाँ एज आई उसकी तो वो तो ख़त्म हो गया। 0.05% बच्चे हैं। ये हम इंडिया का ये ग्राफ है कि जो यूथ में तो मेडल आएंगे सबके, खूब अपना जूनियर यूथ में मेडल आएंगे, लेकिन सीनियर में कहाँ है? फिर सीनियर में वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में एक ही मेडल आया ना मीराबाई का, और तो नहीं कोई आया। और क्यों नहीं आते मेडल? सिर्फ एज फ्रॉड। दूसरा ये डॉप, छोटे बच्चों को कोई कोच अगर सिखाएगा कि ये चीज़ खा लो, वो तो खा लेगा। ये सेमिनार्स कराने बहुत ज़रूरी हैं, इनको एजुकेट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है बच्चों को। और हमारी पॉलिसी है कि जो भी बच्चा पकड़ा जाएगा डॉप में, हम उसके कोच को भी उतना ही बैन लगाएंगे जितना के बच्चे पे लगेगा। और हमने अभी 10 कोच बैन किए हैं और 10 और करने जा रहे हैं अभी हम। तो ये हमने नई पॉलिसी बनाई है कि कोचेज़ को भी बैन करेंगे, लेकिन उनको एजुकेट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। तो हर स्टेट को, हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट को चाहिए कि वो लिखें हमें कि हमारे पास इतने बच्चे हैं। तो दिल्ली से 1 मिनट में डॉक्टर आते हैं नाड़ा के, हम लिखेंगे, वो वहाँ से फैकल्टी भेजते हैं अपना, बच्चों को सिखाएंगे, कुछ मटेरियल भी देंगे, उन्हीं की लैंग्वेज में मटेरियल मिलेगा। कोई तमिलनाडु में है तो तमिल लैंग्वेज में मिलेगा, आपके यहाँ तो इंग्लिश में मिलेगा ही मिलेगा। तो बड़ा अच्छा गवर्नमेंट ने किया हुआ है नाड़ा ने कि वो सब करने को तैयार हैं। पर जब भी चैंपियनशिप होती है, आप देखिए, मैं एजुकेशन के लिए बुलाता हूँ नाड़ा को, सब 10 लोग होते हैं अंदर सिर्फ, बाकी सब लॉन में, कोई धूप में कोई बैठा है। सबको बुलाता हूँ मैं, अरे आओ भाई सुन लो, कोई सुनने को राजी नहीं है। सबको पता है, आजकल इंटरनेट पे देखते हैं क्या दवाई खानी है, कि ये दवाई खाएंगे 10 दिन में वाश। उनको ये नहीं पता बेवकूफ़ को कि कैलकुलेशन में गलती होती है। किसी की बॉडी में 10 दिन में वाश होती है, किसी की 20 दिन में होती है। किसी को एक एनासिन की गोली असर करती है, किसी को 2 करती हैं। तो वो अपने घर में बैठ के खाते रहते हैं, फिर वो पकड़े जाते हैं क्योंकि उनकी कैलकुलेशन में गलती हो गई। या वो सप्लीमेंट लेंगे, जो दुकानों में सप्लीमेंट मिल रहा है उसमें मिक्सिंग है, स्टिमुलेंट का मिक्सिंग, 80% बच्चे उसमें पकड़े जाते हैं। तो उनको एजुकेट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि उल्टी सीधी चीज़ किसी के बहकावे में ऐसे ना खाएं, अपनी ज़िंदगी ख़राब ना करें। ईमानदारी का गेम चाहिए, बेईमानी का मेडल से कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है। कितने बच्चे वेट लिफ्टिंग में जिनकी डेथ हुई है, मेरे पास रिकॉर्ड है, मैं कभी बताता नहीं किसी को। सच में 12 साल, मतलब 18 साल, 19 साल, 20 साल सोते सोते रह जाते हैं, ब्रेन हेमरेज, हार्ट अटैक। रीज़न क्या है? सिर्फ मेडिसिन। कहते कहते मैं मर गया। मैं कहा यार ऐसा गेम मत कराओ, परिवार बर्बाद होते हैं, आपकी फैमिली बर्बाद, आपका नाम बदनाम, स्टेट का नाम भी खराब, हमारा फेडरेशन का भी खराब। वाडा में रिपोर्ट जाती है, वो भी कहते हैं कि इंडिया में वेट लिफ्टर बिल्कुल दवाइयाँ खा रहे हैं। हम इससे बड़े परेशान हैं। फ़ाइन मुझे भरना पड़ता है, फिर 3-3 करोड़ फाइन भरा है। तो मैं कहता हूँ एजुकेट कराइए बच्चों को, हर स्टेट में हम भेजते हैं। अब यहाँ भी बात करेंगे अपने सेक्रेटरी साहब से कि भाई जो यहाँ के स्टेट ओलंपिक हैं वेट लिफ्टिंग के बच्चों को इकट्ठा करें, उनके पेरेंट्स को ज़रूर बुलाएं सेमिनार के लिए। तो हम भेजेंगे, सेमिनार कराएंगे, गवर्नमेंट बिल्कुल करेगी, सब कुछ करती है। तो ये हमें इनको बचाना है, यूथ को बचाएंगे तभी आगे जाएंगे। यूथ को अगर नहीं बचाएंगे तो हम कामयाब नहीं हो पाएंगे इसमें।
Well said. Doping and age fraud, a long-standing problem for Indian sport, and all of us should work together to solve that. Kalyan, coming to you, one of the primary roles of the IOA is to organize the national games.
And before coming to your question, can I also answer something to Sahdev ji? This is very important issue what Sri Sahdev Yadav has raised on age frauding. What Football Federation is doing, we are doing TW3 test. It's a Tanner White House test, which is by testing your wrist bone, it can tell you the age of the skeletal. So if you can, maybe any boys, for any sport, if you are, let's say a boy or girl, an athlete comes to you at the age of 15, and once he or she does this test and he enrolled into your central registration system, then he cannot do a age fraud again in life. So this is what we are practicing in football. What we are trying to do, we are trying to bring all the youth who has long future come under the central registration system with this TW3 test, and once it is enrolled, then maybe next 10 years, 15 years, how long the career is, he is listed in your system. I think that can be helpful.
मेरा एक इसमें सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हम नेशनल चैम्पियनशिप में हम छोटे बच्चों का वहाँ एक पैनल बना के टेस्टिंग कराएं, उसमें खर्चा बहुत आता है, गवर्नमेंट वो खर्चा देती नहीं, फेडरेशन के पास पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे। लेकिन हम जो मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट बनवाते हैं उसमें टेस्टिंग होता है, लेकिन क्या होता है, मैंने पता किया है, डॉक्टर को 500 रुपये देते हैं, वो ठप्पा लगा के दे देता है, उसको हम चैलेंज नहीं कर सकते।
So, Kalyan, coming to you, one of the primary roles of the IOA is to organize the national games. There was an 8-year-long gap before Gujarat hosted the games in 2022, and last year we saw Goa hosting the games towards the end of the calendar year, where most of the athletics competition across the globe were over. In both editions, we saw a lot of top Indian athletes not participating because of the timing. So has the IOA made any plans to streamline the organization of the national games to ensure better participation? And are there plans to organize more tournaments, youth Olympics and things like that across the country?
Yes, of course, it was a long gap between hosting national games. But credit goes to Gujarat when they hosted in 2022, end of the year, with very short span of time, infrastructure developed, and they hosted very nice and successful national games. Thereafter, the following year, Goa has hosted national games. Now, Assam has shown very much interest to hosting national games. I'm so happy to see the Honorable Ports Minister Nandita ji is here from Assam. So Assam has shown interest, and so is Uttarakhand. So I believe the hosting national games has created a lot of interest among the state departments, state governments, and many more will come in the near future. It is very essential for a game to uplift your standard. A star participation should be there. So what we had also discussed internally in IOA, that we will try to schedule these games so that at least key medal winner of Asian Games and Olympics participant, or the Olympic medal winners, should participate national games. So what will happen, it will definitely raise the standard of the game. It will also create several eyeballs. It will also attract the investors, sponsors, because the brand will definitely go into next level. So yes, of course there are, but as Mr. Mehta said, during his time, there was a 3 table tennis tournament, and now there are 30. So having so jam-packed your calendar is, And when several sports are having several international tournaments round the year, how you are going to create a window that where 30 to 36 federations, players, they do not have any international engagement and they can come and play your national games. I think this is an area where we need to look upon. But of course, having more participation of international medal winner or the Asian Games Olympic participant in national games would definitely help the game.
Thank you so much, Kalyan. I think we are running out of time. It was wonderful to have all of you here together, illuminating conversation about the work, the wonderful work all of you are doing and how you're taking Indian sports forward. I think that Indian sport is growing. One of the, I think Mihir will agree with me, one of the indicators of that, as sports journalists, we don't have an off anymore these days. We work 365 days because some sport or the other is continuously happening. I think that talks about the health of Indian sport. Thank you so much for listening to us. We had a very early start. We have had a long day, but thank you so much for listening to us. If you have any questions, probably we can take a few questions, if that's all right. Yeah. A big round of applause for all the panelists too. Yeah.
Very good evening to all the panelists. I think it was an extremely insightful session, and I think to see all the insights and all the passion from our sports administrators is very heartening, and also the fact that so many of you come from a sports background. It shows how far we've come as a sporting nation, and of course there's a lot of work to be done. As I'm here from a corporate perspective today, one of our main interests is to see how corporates can work close together with federations to develop the sport. At Reliance Foundation, we are very proud of our association with football. I think there are some very successful development leagues going all the way from the grassroots level that has shown that this collaboration is successful. I think from our point of view, it's important for the national sports federations to set the rules of engagement, to set a framework under which various corporates can come and support and still be in line with the same vision. So my question would be, and just to choose anybody at random, maybe Kamlesh ji can answer this. How do you envision working together with several corporates in a situation in which, after all, you have a national team, you need to have your own national staff, and it's difficult for you to accommodate individual wishes of some of your athletes, however popular they may be? Thanks.
Thank you, Shiva. See, we're talking about inclusivity. We know that sports is growing. And India is definitely becoming a powerful country as far as sports is concerned. And the vision is very simple, that one man cannot do everything. And sports is all about teamwork. So basically, we have a lot of pillars. Federation is there, government is there, athletes are there, and the funding. So funding and the corporate support is very important, is one of the 4 major pillars. So having them will only make the structure strong. So you can see that a lot of corporates are willing to come forward to work with federations, because there is a change in attitude from their side also. And we realize one thing, that corporate also has a very important role in development of anything in the society. And why not sport? And as you say, if you want our society to be strong, then sportsmen who have to be very disciplined to be a good sportsman definitely play a very important role in that particular segment. And I say that from the federation point of view, we look forward to corporates coming up. In fact, in table tennis, it is happening. We have among our top players, they are all with different NGOs or the corporates. They have been supported. And we work in a very clear manner that the players' development and where it's come to team factor, like selection is matter, or participation in various official tournaments are concerned, that's where the federation has a say. But as far as the player development is concerned, how to make her better psychologically, physiologically, as well as technologically, that is where we may not have the expertise. We actually look up to the corporates to come forward and help us out to make our athletes better.
Oh, hello. Oh. My name is Silal Tranpuya, Mizoram Boxing Association President. See, sir, I would like to ask some question to our Boxing Federation, Boxing Federation of India Secretary General, Sir Himantaji. See, sir, I would like to say that, see, even though there is no boxing academy in Mizoram, we've produced a lot of good boxers who made pride for the India. Want to mention that Zoram Taha also, he is the first boxer who won the medal for India. Likewise, there are so many promising boxers till today. Even in this sub-juniors and junior category, there are several promising boxers. See, one thing I would like to ask is that as now we have this Mizoram Sport Conclave. The main aim of this conclave is Olympic 2036. For this, sir, can the BFI arrange some kind of this grassroots level recruitment of boxers? I hope, and I assure you that if this grassroots level recruitment is made in this Mizoram, we will get a medal in the Olympic 2036. And sir, I would like to ask another question. A little, wait, one thing is that, so can the BFI work with the state government of Mizoram like you did with the government of Meghalaya? And another one is that, see, Mizoram boxing is in great need of a good boxing coach, foreign or Indian coach. If only you can provide for 3 months or even 1 year, the morale of the Mizoram boxers will boost very much. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your question. Your sports minister and my senior sports minister is here, present here. I remember Joram Thanga, the world bronze medalist from Mizoram. Then Jenny and the other boxer, one of the guy from Mizoram, in 2018, he beat the Olympic champion, Uzbekistan. So Mizoram has good prospect in boxing. I request the government of Mizoram, the sports minister of Mizoram, please do something for the grassroots level. We are always ready, BFI Boxing Federation of India, always ready to help you at any time. You please call me personally. I am residing in Guwahati, very near to you. I am always ready to come here. As like Meghalaya government, Boxing Federation of India and Meghalaya recently doing an MOU for grassroots development, infrastructure development, even organizing national and international event. Please remember, organizing championship is very important, from district level to state level, national level, up to international level. BFI is helping some financial assistance to the association if they are organizing any national, international event. So we are ready to help at any cost. Mizoram, I think for best 5 sports, boxing is the one of the best sports here in Mizoram. And from grassroots level, BFI already granted one international standard boxing ring and boxing equipments to Mizoram. So it's up to President Mizoram Boxing Association how to utilize. And I request government, without government support, without corporate support, federation and association can run and can't do anything. We have a level, one level that we are not doing much more. So we are ready to help you. We request our Honorable Sports Minister and the Chief Minister also in Mizoram. Please call BFI at any time. We are ready to help you technically, not financially. Technically, we are help you at any cost. Thank you so much.
Sir, one more question. There is some confusion in Mizoram, in some corners. Some are saying that Boxing Federation of India also allowed professional boxer to participate in a national event or REC or some other thing, some other championship. That thing, will you please clarify?
Yeah, I got your point. Yeah. Please listen, all coaches, all boxers present here, association member present here. Boxing Federation of India never allowed any professional boxer to amateur boxing. If he participated previously in any professional boxing, he have to give permission, he have to apologize for the state association, state government also, state sports council. After that, we will grant him the permission. So please never misunderstand. Professional boxing not related with Olympic boxing. We save our Olympic boxing. So please remember, Olympic boxing is the main target of Boxing Federation of India. We never appreciate to develop any professional boxing here, unorganized in India.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any more questions? Otherwise,
yes.
The last one.
Yes. Good evening, sir. This is for Mr. Kalyan, Joint Secretary IOA, and Mr. Sardar Yadav, Treasurer IOA. So this is for, I'd like to point out that in the national event and national games and in the federation also, the state is the one who gives us a sportsman. The state is the one who goes to the village level, to the district level, and we have the state sports district. Then after that, they come to the national level. And from national, IOA take it over or federation take it over, they go to the international level. So my question is, why is that the state has been denied of their voting rights? And in the meantime, recently we have been asked to organize Olympic Day, that is on the 23rd of this month, without any funding from the IOA. So what is the position of the SOA regarding the participation in the IOA? What is our position? Like we don't have now the voting rights, but still the IOA want to participate. Like in the national games, we have to send the players, and Olympic days, again, we have to celebrate all over India, all over the world. So what is my question, or what is our stand here for the State Olympic Association? Thank you.
Sahdevji, Kalyan, one of you would want to take it?
No, thank you. First of all, State Olympic Association has a very deep role in terms of identifying athletes or spreading the game. As you know that using Olympic name, it is a copyright of International Olympic IOC. So therefore, IOA cannot give that permission by their own. So therefore, several state Olympic association has asked for this. Having said this, IOA could not give this consent to host state Olympic. Regarding funding, as it has been discussed, that government plays major role through ACTC for coaches' salaries, traveling, or during the camp, food and accommodation. IOA, whatever fund gets, those are subject specific. There are Olympic Solidarity Fund, there is some scholarship for education, coaches education, etc. Apart from this, if there are any sponsors, an additional fund, definitely IOA can give that. Also, as you know, regarding the state Olympic associations, some decisions have been pending. So once that is done, I think clarity will be more. Thank you.
The voting rights of the SOA. That's what I'm asking, sir.
This is what I said, that this is pending in Supreme Court. Therefore, I am not in a position to comment anything until that judgment comes.
I can use this. Very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Julie. Today, I am representing Aquatic Association of Mizoram, and I am the treasurer. And my question is, in Mizoram, we have aquatic associations, but unlike other sports event like boxing, football, hockey, and so on, and swimming association is one of the smallest association in Mizoram. And what I want to ask is there any chance of grassroots level training school in Mizoram? If we have a training school in Mizoram for swimming, and I hope that we can get a chance in Olympics and all, because every year, now also every year, we send some swimmers like 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 and 7 for national swimming competitions in all over India. But we are very small and we didn't get any winners or any medals right now. But if we have any training schools in Mizoram, I think we can get a chance. So what my question is there any chance for opening school for swimming? Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, we don't have anyone from the Swimming Federation here, but Saidav ji, from as an IOA point of view, would you want to say anything to them in terms of would you be, if you want to pass the information to?
Thank you, Julie ji. Of course, for the development of sport, swimming can be supported. Any young swimmers, they want to take this sport as their career in Mizoram, IOA can support whatever possibilities are there. First, if you can have a basic facilities, swimming pool.
Yes, sir. We have Olympic standard swimming pool down there in ITI Veng that is 50 by 25 meters, and one training pool that is 25 meter long, and one diving pool. But due to lack of infrastructures, we are unable to proceed. That is the reason we are unable to take any action further, sir.
I'm very glad to know that Mizoram is having such a good facility for swimming. You'd also be happy to know that the world president of Aquatica, Mr. Hussain, we have several discussions to see how we can take the best training facilities and develop Indian swimmers for Olympic. So initially, Bangalore and Bhubaneswar was part of the discussion in cooperation with Ports Authority of India. But if you think that Mizoram can also be one of the area where the national level swimmers can get training, you may kindly write a proposal having whatever facilities you are having right now to the President of Swimming Association of India. I'll have a word with him and you can mark a copy to IOA President. Thank you.
Thank you. I think with that we come to an end for the day's proceedings. If all of you could wait here for a minute, the Honorable Minister would join us on stage.
Yes. Thank you so much for the insightful words, information. Sometimes there's too much information, but I think it's good for today. So we'll just call upon the Sports Minister and hand over the mementos. Girls.
I think it would be ideal if we can stand together and have a photo session, because it's not every day that you are standing, together with the federation heads. Please come closer.
Okay, yes, we'll be handing over the mementos. So first for Mr. Kalyan Chobe. Mr. Sadev Yadav. Mr. Asit Kumar Saha. Mr. Hemanta Kumar Kalita. And Mr. Kamlesh Navichandra Mehta. Mr. Ayon Sengupta. And last but not least for the day, Commodore Varun Singh. Maybe we can have one more photo session with Commodore Varun Singh. Thank you so much. And I'll give the time to our Sports Minister.
Hello, yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Asit Kumar Saha. He is writing a book on 5 generations of wrestling, which he presented it to me. Thank you so much, sir, for this. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you once again to the heads of the federation. It's not easy, to invite them to a small state, a very remote state like Mizoram, but they had respond to our invitation, and they had made this Mizoram Sports Conclave a grand success with their presence. And of course, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to the Sports Minister of Assam again, Andita. Because of her presence, this conclave is much richer. Because some of our delegates, they have a flight back home tomorrow, they may not be able to attend the morning session tomorrow again. So I would like to say a big thank you to all the delegates. I hope that this visit of yours to Mizoram will not be your last. Most of you are first timer in Mizoram, and I want you to make sure that this is not your last visit. And we are breaking now for dinner, I believe, after a short break, right? So the dinner will be served at Falkland Park, which is 2-3 minutes drive from here. So I would like to invite all the guests here. And please understand me, I'm speaking in Mizo. Zanriakil Turin, Kanin Som Dansu, Min Som Velawa Kavile, Mighty Turzum Kakalturani. Tichuan, Kilai Kom Sakakian and Ya, and Niho Bagahian, Gansurkar official Trenkaten, Minon La Zomdonani. Dinka Soidu Chu, a Confederation 210 locala. Anong reng don lo ni trenchu nak tu kan hole don trenchu tu kliate khong ai lo ko mai ro thiana lo siamula ani ho hi khuta kan zukala mu har sa em khan nia helayan omlai chon thei top lo chu ro luna khan in chi bai pa an soi vek chu pui cheu kan in huaman in ti vek ani e namangin soi la ke ni mizo ho hian mi kom ngei te kan thiam lawa thiana siam te kan thiam lawa thla te lak pi ula number te la ula hetia kan ti hian e bul kan tran ani chu he sports in kom puina atum pakhat po ani heti hian kan in mail create anga chu ta trang chuan eng kim hi a in tran vek ani million ni kher khangai lo in mail create kha atok chu chuan khovel hi article ani what I've just shared with my state sport association members here is that today we are very we are very fortunate to have all these people gathering in under one roof in Mizoram. I urge them to take this opportunity to make friends with the federations, to make friends with the Indian Olympic Association and the other, sports, administrators. And also, I urge them that, to take down a number and make sure that you contact the federations and the other sports head who came all the way from Mumbai, from Chennai, from Bangalore, from Delhi, from Assam, and from all corners of the country. I once again would like to say thank you very much to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you, Sports Minister Putetea. Okay, so we're nearing the end of our session for today. And what have we learned from today? Like a school kid being taught, I think we should look back on what we have learned today. And I think we can all learn from what Mr. Sadiq Yadav has said about age fraud, that honesty and good ethics always works out in the long run. So if we're honest, hardworking, and ethical in whatever we do, that will always work out in the long run. A strong and well-structured sports federation is the pillar of success for any sports association. Sports federations have a multifaceted role to play in nurturing and developing athletes who can compete at the Olympic level. I would like to conclude by adding that when a federation plays its role, the associations and athletes and the entire support ecosystem under it flourishes. Similarly, in a way, the welfare of a child depends upon its parents. So Mr. and Mrs. Federations, take good care of your children, and in turn, will make you proud. So with that, I would conclude the session, and I would like to continue a bit in Mizo. Dinner card pek kakan ni loma kami neng kan dinner card neng kan dinner ai the dia kan on puang tel zau du ni ole kan lom nu tu ke poina rong kal zong zong ho te. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for your time here. Thank you.
Kilo split